The full reality of God is always beyond our reach, so the last obstacle to faith is our image of God. Faith is mysticism. It is in plain sight, but cannot be seen. It is never silent, but cannot be heard. It is not lost, but cannot be found. God is unknowable, the soul unfathomable, but the holy may appear in any moment. Faith is a state of consciousness. Faith experiences sometimes seem to arrive by accident. It is a good time to become accident-prone. There are many paths to faith. People have had faith experiences in privies and parks, in beds and on mountains, in times of joy and despair, in interaction with both friends and enemies, battling the larger systems of society and searching the depth of our solitary self, gazing at the vastness of the sky and squinting at the intricacies which swarm at the other end of the microscope. There seem to be no rules for the arrival of this awareness. Nature is a well-traveled path. A waterfall, mountains, sunsets. Flowers speak to us in a language at the level of mystical. They become paths by which we can experience God. The Buddha is said to have given a small, silent sermon once, during which he held up a flower and gazed at it. After a while, one of those present began to smile. He is said to be the only one who had understood the sermon. According to legend, that smile, that is to say, realization, much later became the origin of Zen. Seeing beauty in a flower can awaken humans to the beauty that is an essential part of their innermost being, our true nature. Once there is a certain degree of presence, we can sense the divine life essence. There is an inner opening, however slight, into the realm of spirit. Ritual is another path to a faith experience. Ritual is a way to extract the extraordinary from the mundane. Any serious attempt to do something worthwhile is ritualistic. You don't have to force them. Chances are they are already there, but we need to take the time to acknowledge them, be present to them. Putting children to bed can be a meaningful ritual. Given time and presence, putting children to bed can be more than a day-ending desperate act for peace and quiet. A few years back, when Gabe was younger and a few pounds lighter, going to bed started with a flight from the family room to the bedroom. He would ride on my shoulder with his arms out like wings and bank around each corner until we crash-landed down to his bed. The ritual would continue in the bathroom. He would grab the toothpaste and run. He always circled back, where he knew he would be ceremoniously caught with hugs and tickles. When Michael was younger, I used to tuck him into bed and ask, "Who's the best dad in the world?" He would say, "Uncle Gene." I would tickle him until he begged for mercy. Then I would ask again, and we would repeat the process. I knew this nightly routine had become a ritual when I tried to leave Michael's room and he said, "Aren't you going to do the best dad in the world?" Now, if I was putting Gabe and Michael to bed out of desperation, these little rituals would be annoying and frustrating instead of a time when the dimensions of earth and heaven converge. Ritual takes time and presence and is an unnoticed loss in our fast-paced world. Doing one thing at a time is a path to faith. In you, as in each human being, there is a dimension of consciousness far deeper than thought. We may call it presence. It's the very essence of who you are. In ancient teachings, it is the Christ within, or your Buddha nature. A Zen master. It was enlightening to me that when I went searching for examples of ritual, I went immediately to my pictures from my travels in Japan. It is like I somehow believed that ritualistic presence was only understood in the Eastern philosophies and religions. I think that bias prevents us Westerners from experiencing presence in our own settings. I often make a conscious effort now to do one thing whether it be weeding the flower beds, pruning trees, folding clothes, or talking to one of my students. The reward is often a warm, satisfying experience of purpose and meaning. Faith is a state of consciousness. Faith experiences sometimes seem to arrive by accident. It is a good time to become accident-prone. There are many paths to faith.